Have you ever asked yourself why some footballers with silky skills fade away, while others who don't look as gifted manage to build legendary careers? The answer often doesn't lie in the tricks, the volleys, or the highlight reels. It lives in the routines and discipline they practice off the ball. Matches are often decided by the smallest margins, and those margins are shaped long before kickoff, in training grounds, locker rooms, kitchens, and even bedrooms. In this session, we'll break down 10 daily habits that can quietly ruin your football journey if you let them. But more importantly, we'll show how turning those same habits around can make you sharper, fitter, and more consistent every single season. By the end, you'll understand that footballing success isn't only built in the 90 minutes under floodlights, but in the countless unseen moments of preparation, focus, and recovery that set the stage for greatness. It's the hidden side of the game, the discipline, the mindset, and the small choices that often separate a promising youngster from a true professional. The first habit that destroys footballers is a poor sleep routine. Too many players think they can stay up until 2 in the morning scrolling, gaming, or simply wasting time, and then still expect their bodies to perform at the highest level. Sleep is when your body heals, your muscles rebuild, and your brain processes everything you've practiced. Without proper sleep, your reactions slow, your legs feel heavy, and your mind dulls. The solution is discipline. Aim for consistent bedtimes, switch off screens before sleep, and treat rest as an invisible form of training. The second habit is an unhealthy diet. Some players fuel themselves like they're preparing for a fast food commercial, not a match. Imagine putting cheap fuel in a Ferrari. That's exactly what happens when you load up on fried food, soda, or processed snacks. Football demands fuel that sustains energy and sharpness. Lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, hydration, and the right balance of nutrients can transform how you feel in training and in games. Your plate is a mirror of your professionalism. The third destructive habit is neglecting recovery. After training, many players grab their bag and leave, skipping the stretching, mobility work, or cool down their body desperately needs. Over time, muscles tighten, small pains build into big injuries, and performance dips. The professionals who last longest in the game are those who respect recovery as much as training. A few minutes of stretching, foam rolling, or mobility drills after every session can be the difference between breaking down and breaking through. The fourth habit that derails many is ignoring strength training. Some believe football is all about skill with the ball, so the gym gets neglected. Yet strength is what keeps you balanced in duels, explosive in sprints, and resistant to injury. Messi worked relentlessly to strengthen his lower body after early injury troubles, and that foundation allowed him to endure season after season at the top. Strength training doesn't mean bodybuilding. It means stability, agility, and power tuned for the demands of the game. The fifth bad habit is a lack of mental discipline. Talent alone is never enough if your mind collapses under pressure. Many players sabotage themselves with excuses, procrastination, or negative self-talk. You can have the best dribbling in training, but if your head drops the moment a game turns tough, you're already beaten. Building mental resilience through goal setting, visualization, and positive mindset routines separates those who fade away from those who thrive. Another daily mistake is poor time management. Too often, players waste hours on distractions, arrive late to training, or fail to organize their day around football. Time wasted is opportunity wasted. Coaches notice when you're consistent, punctual, and prepared. Treat training as a job, recovery as non-negotiable, and daily structure as your ally. Respecting your time shows you respect the game. A seventh habit that silently ruins progress is either overtraining or undertraining. Some push themselves too hard, chasing the grind without rest, while others take the easy route, skipping sessions or lacking intensity. Both lead to the same result, failure. Football growth is about balance. You need to stress the body enough to adapt, but also give it enough rest to recover. Listening to your body and following a structured plan is the only way to grow consistently. The eighth destructive habit is neglecting tactical study. Many players rely only on raw talent, forgetting that football is as much a mental game as a physical one. Watching your own performances, analyzing positioning, and studying world-class players in your role sharpens your football IQ. Messi wasn't just dribbling. He was reading defenders, predicting movements, and exploiting patterns. That awareness doesn't come by accident. It comes from studying the game as if it were homework. Another dangerous habit is excessive screen time and distractions. Hours wasted scrolling, gaming, or living online drain your focus and energy. Worse, they eat into sleep and preparation. Every hour you spend locked into screens instead of stretching, hydrating, or reflecting is an hour taken from your development. By setting limits, putting the phone down before bed, and reclaiming your attention, you can channel energy back into football. The 10th and final destructive habit is poor lifestyle choices off the pitch. The late night parties, the drinking, the skipped recovery days. These things might seem harmless in the moment, but they add up. Footballers are athletes 24 hours a day, not just when the whistle blows. Every choice you make off the pitch shows up on it. Discipline outside the stadium builds longevity inside it. So those are the 10 daily habits that can quietly destroy your career as a footballer. And notice, none of them have to do with how good you are at juggling the ball or finishing from 30 yards. They're about how you live, how you treat your body, how you treat your mind, and how much respect you show for the game. Fix your sleep. Fix your diet. Recover well. Train with balance. Sharpen your mind. Manage your time. Study the game. Limit distractions. And live like a professional, even before you become one. Because in football, talent might get you noticed, but habits decide if you last.